Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why we heat with wood and what I like about it. So one of the biggest reasons that we heat with wood, I've got chickens up in the woods in here. One of them just got spooked and actually just flew into a tree. It's kind of neat with raising bantams because they can actually like legitimately fly. So it makes them great for having like woods and stuff because they can evade capture, evade predators pretty easily. But it does make life kind of interesting. They're all like jumping off the hill. I should have turned and filmed it. Sorry. But anyways, so one of the biggest reasons why we heat with wood is actually the sense of security that it brings us. So it's really nice to know that no matter how cold it gets, no matter how bad of storms there might be throughout the wintertime, that there's always going to be a consistent, steady form of heat for you, whether you have power or not. That is one of the hugest bringers of peace that I have ever felt. With me and my wife, we've lived in several different places that we've been too poverty-stricken, we'll say. Well, we were dirt poor, beyond dirt poor. We were like dust poor, I suppose. Dirt's kind of expensive if you buy it. But so it always was a really big struggle for us in the wintertime to cope with the fact of how cold we had to keep our house because we couldn't afford to keep it any warmer than that. And then with always living that way of being really cold all the time, all winter long, you also then panic because you know that you're barely able to keep it warm enough now to be comfortable. If the power goes out or something happens, then suddenly you have no heat at all and you're already freezing. Like you have a lot less time of your house having thermal mass when it's kept at 60 degrees versus when it's kept at like 72 degrees that most people keep it at. So that was always a big concern for us. The next thing, since I'm talking about poverty, is we really wanted to be able to have a heat source that after the initial cost of it, because where we live at now, no matter what, we had to put a furnace in of some sort, whether it be for wood, whether it be propane, electric, fuel oil, it doesn't matter. Whatever it was, we were looking at about the same exact initial startup cost for installing something. With doing any of those sort of grid-tied methods of heating, you are very much stuck with paying a high premium every single month that you have to have heat. Or with if you do propane or fuel oil, you're ordering it all at one time, a big bulk, large sum of it, and then throughout the wintertime you might have to add more, deliver more, that sort of a thing. But you're really at the mercy of what the prices of fuel are going for, and sometimes that is really, really high. Other times it's pretty low and stuff. So like last year for us, if we would have tried to use the dinosaur of a fuel oil furnace that was in here, we would have had to have a minimum of 100 gallons of fuel oil delivered just so we could see if that ancient dinosaur would even be able to turn on and work. That's a lot of money. Whatever the price of diesel is, that's roundabouts what the price per gallon of fuel oil is. So at that time, it was almost $5 a gallon. So it would have been $500 that we would have had to spend just to see if we had a furnace that worked. That's a lot, especially when we paid like $700 for our wood stove. The next thing is it's really, really, really nice to be able to have that sense of accomplishment and that sense of pride that you know that you're staying nice and toasty warm because of your own efforts. The other reason that we like it is because we have a good bit of woods. When we bought this place, it was actually about 4 or 5 cords of firewood, literally like already cut down, or trees that had fallen down that were laying on the ground just begging for somebody to cut it up. So last year we heated our entire house off of stuff that was already dead laying on the ground in the woods. That's really nice. Granted, some people, they're allergic to work. They don't like cutting wood. They don't like splitting wood. They don't like hauling it, all that stuff. But for me, I think it's actually kind of fun. Like, I get a weird sense of what is fun. I understand that. I think completing projects and tasks and checklists and things of that nature are actually really quite fun for me. So for me, cutting up and stacking the wood and seeing the pile and watching it and all that stuff, that level of self-sufficiency, that is huge. The other thing is, there's a certain level of peace that comes with going, I'm good. Like, I'm good for the year. I don't have to worry about nothing. It doesn't matter if the power goes out. I'm good. I'm sitting pretty no matter what. I got heat. Friends and family know that if their power goes out, they need a warm place to go. We have heat. We always will have heat and stuff. It feels really good. The next thing about feeling really good is sitting next to a fire when it's very frigidly cold outside. This past winter, it got, with the real feel, for over a week. It was in the negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It was bitterly cold. and running out to the animal barn and stuff multiple times a day, checking waters, hauling water back and forth, trying to keep everybody alive, trying to keep everybody warm, trying to keep everybody in water and stuff. It was brutal. Like, I had to wear like 4 pairs of pants and like a gazillion coats. I could barely put my arms down and stuff. But then to be able to step back inside and literally just sort of snuggle up to the wood stove to get my hands and feet back to, not being numb and not being frozen, it felt amazing. Like, that is like that sensation, that feeling of getting to watch the fire crackle and listen to it, and the whole ambiance that it sets and all that stuff, and then being able to just, when you're cold, just get as close to it as you need to just get warmer and stuff. Like, it is such an incredibly like powerful feeling that it makes it so that way it's even more enjoyable to cut wood, to stack wood, and to work in the woods. And then the other final reason is it's really nice to work in the shade and in the woods, getting things done and accomplished when it's hot out. It's really nice to not be, trying to spend time outside getting things done in the heat of the day, in the sun, because, I can come out in the shade, work a whole bunch, get good exercise, feel good about myself, make some things, more accomplishments done and stuff like that. It's nice. So those are our reasons as to why we heat with wood. And if you guys are curious as to how much wood we went through last year, mind you, it was not all high quality firewood, because, a lot of it was dead stuff that was laying on the ground. It was about 3.5 to 4 cords is what we burned last year, and that was the only heat source that we had for our house. Granted, our house is old, but it has been insulated by previous owners, so that definitely helped. But we still have the original windows from like 1930, so those also kind of detract from the whole good insulation factor. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about, heating with wood, or our experiences with that, or anything of the sort like that, or what it actually cost us, leave that down in the comment section below. Or if you heat with wood, let me know. Yeah. If you guys are enjoying this content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media. If you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.